This is a presentation entitled Questioning Strategies by Desiree Roberts. A brief description of each depth of knowledge level: recall skills, concepts, strategic thinking, and extended thinking. Recall is for students to remember and demonstrate what they remember about a subject. Skills/concepts is for students to remember and demonstrate what they already know. Strategic thinking is students using outside-the-box thinking. Extended thinking is students thinking outside of the subject that they are studying and thinking deeper. An example of recall is when students say what they know about the time period. An example of skills/concepts is when students analyze what's going on in the photo/image. An example of strategic thinking is students state what they think the characters are thinking. Extended thinking is when students are able to answer how the image relates to other subjects. An explanation of the type of questions to be asked at each level. DOK1 is a focus on the recall of facts or reproduction of taught processes. DOK2, the focus on relationships between concepts or ideas or using underlying conceptual understanding. DOK3 is a focus on abstract reference or reasoning, non-routine problem solving, or authentic evaluative or argumentative processes that can be completed in one sitting. DOK4 is a focus, at least with the complexity of DOK3, but iterative, reflective work and extended time are necessary for completion. All of this on DOK 1, 2, 3, and 4 are quotes from Webb et al. 2023. Each question represents a corresponding level. DOK1 is for recall, DOK2 is for skills/concepts, DOK3 is for strategic thinking, and DOK4 is for extended thinking. A variety of 5 probing questions for each level that can be used as pre-assessment, formative and/or summative assessment questions during the activity developed in Topic 1. Remember, these questions should activate prior learning, encourage local and global exploration, develop high-order questioning skills, and/or promote problem solving. Some questions for recall are the following. Where is the image taking place? Who is in the image? Who created the image? What information does the image give about the past? What information does the image give about the present? Recall is important because it sets a stage for the entire image. Next is some questions for skills/concepts. What is the context of this image / what is taking place in this image? What time period is represented in this image? How does this image show the time period represented? How does this image represent the values of that particular time period? Skills/concepts help students understand the image more. Strategic thinking. What might the characters be thinking in the image? What do you think the people in the image did after the image was taken? What does the image show? Why was the image taken? What is the significance of the people in this image? Strategic thinking helps students think deeper. Extended thinking. What do you think the characters in the image are going to do after the image was taken? What does the distant future look like for each of the characters in the image? How does the photograph show what the characters are thinking? Does the character's clothing affect the image? Extended thinking has students thinking deeper about the subject. At least one strategy for implementing these questions in a formative assessment during the learning activity developed in Topic 1, and one summative assessment strategy that measures student learning after the activity. Include the question that will be used for each and a brief justification of why they were chosen. Formative assessment, having an exit ticket about the image. Summative assessment would be having a true/false / open-ended questions quiz about the image. Formative assessment question would be, why is this event happening in this image? The summative assessment questions would be, true or false, the characters seem happy in this image. What are the characters doing in this image? Why is this image important to our history? And how does this image depict the time period that it's in? An exit ticket is important because it is a way to analyze what students have learned. At least 2 digital tools with a justification of how they will support students in developing their own higher order questioning skills, stimulate discussion, and promote inquiry and critical thinking. Students can use iPads and smartboards to view the images and develop higher order questioning skills, stimulate discussion based on what they see on the screens, and promote inquiry and critical thinking. Students will be able to zoom in on the images. These days, many schools have smartboards in the classroom and give out iPads to students to help them with their work. Technology can also enhance the ways people create and work together toward a shared purpose, allowing more opportunities for individuals to form relationships and contribute their unique talents to meaningful work. This quote is from Apple's Vision of Learning with iPad, 2021. Apple's Vision for Learning with iPad 2021, Technology helps students analyze and create work that is of value. Technology can be integral to creativity across all subjects, serving as an extension of how learners explore the world, solve tough problems, and create. The best technology enables learners to develop original ideas, build critical thinking skills, and discover their potential. Apple's Vision for Learning with iPad 2021. Personal learning with technology goes beyond adaptive software. At its full potential, technology empowers all students to take ownership of how they learn and demonstrate mastery of that learning. Students can use assistive technologies to move at their own pace and build personal learning path. This quote is also from Apple's Vision for Learning with iPad 2021. The above slide shows reasons why implementing technology is a necessity. References: Apple's Vision for Learning with iPad 2021, and an inside look at Webb's Depth of Knowledge from EDUtopia by Webb N., Christopher S., and Moreland B. Alrighty, I hope that you learned a lot, and thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.